Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 4 of our spiritual growth campaign, Serving Christ Together. Now, 2 weeks ago, we talked about how we serve the Lord with our time. Last week, we talked about how we serve the Lord with our talent. And this week, we're talking about how we serve the Lord with our treasure. And I think we can make a distinction between our treasure and stuff. Think of how much stuff we have in our lives. We go throughout our life accumulating more and more stuff. Our society tells us that we don't have enough stuff, that we should actually be trying to get even more stuff. Some people think that's the whole goal of their life, is to just simply collect more and more stuff as they live out their days. I always remember my parents saying, the more stuff you own, the more your stuff owns you. Think of how much time we spend managing our stuff. Things that need to be repaired or cleaned or taken care of. Whether it be a house or a yard or cars or devices, technology, things in our home, our clothes, everything needs to be managed, and there's so much time we spend in managing our stuff. Now, again, some people think that's the whole goal in life. And yet, at the end of our life, what happens to all our stuff? Well, it turns out it's not really ours anymore. And it actually wasn't really ours to begin with. You see, as Christians, we know that God created everything in the world. God created everything, so He's actually the owner of everything that exists. And God allows us, His creatures, human beings, to manage His stuff, to organize His creation, to help it be fruitful and produce things, and to use it to take care and bless other people. In fact, that's the purpose of our stuff. It's not just simply that we accumulate things for ourselves as we go throughout life, but it's that we use whatever stuff God's given us to be a blessing to others. There's a key word that describes that attitude and practice in the life of a Christian, and that word is generosity. Generosity starts with the heart of God. We have such a generous God. God so loved the world that He gave so much. He gave His only Son. He gave His life for us. He was willing to give it all so that whoever believes in Him might not perish but have eternal life. We have a generous God, and this is why Christians are the most generous people in the world. We are reflecting God's heart when we share whatever God has given us to be a blessing to other people. One of the ways we do that, and probably the most significant way we do that, is through our tithes and our offerings. You may have noticed that in our services, we'll say something like, we acknowledge that the giving of our tithes and offerings is an act of worship to the Lord. Or we now continue worshiping the Lord by the giving of our tithes and offerings. Notice that it's not an intermission. It's not a break from worship. We're not just kind of doing something on the side, but that our giving is an act of worship. We are honoring the Lord. We're saying, God, you are first in our lives. We want to use what you have given to us to be a blessing to you and for your kingdom, to be a blessing to others around us. So it's a very worshipful thing that we do as we give our tithes and our offerings. Now, that's something that every household, every family, individuals can talk about, pray about. How is God calling us to use our stuff and really turn it into our treasure that we can use to be a blessing to other people? How is God calling us to support our church and our ministry through our tithes and our offerings? And where might God be calling us to grow in generosity? Those are great conversations to have as a family, as a couple, or just to pray and reflect about as we continue to be God's generous people in the world. God's blessings as you talk about these things as a small group, and also reflect and pray on them as a household, as a family, as we reflect the generous heart of God and use whatever treasure He's given us to be a blessing to those around us.